Think Different, written and published by Ngasline. The world's most remarkable achievements often begin with a simple yet powerful act, questioning the status quo. Throughout history, those who dared to challenge established norms have been the catalyst for revolutionary change. From Galileo's assertion that the Earth revolves around the Sun to Einstein's reimagining of space and time, breakthrough thinking has consistently emerged from minds willing to venture beyond accepted boundaries. Conventional wisdom, while comfortable and reassuring, can become a mental prison that constrains innovation and progress. These established patterns of thought often persist not because they're optimal, but because they're familiar. Breaking free from these constraints requires both courage and a systematic approach to questioning our fundamental assumptions about how things work or should work. The first step in breaking free from conventional thinking is developing awareness of our own limiting beliefs. These beliefs often masquerade as absolute truths, when in reality they're simply inherited assumptions that haven't been properly examined. Consider the Wright brothers, who challenged the widespread belief that powered human flight was impossible. They succeeded not because they were more technically skilled than their contemporaries, but because they were willing to question basic assumptions about flight control that others took for granted. Innovative thinking requires creating distance between ourselves and accepted norms. This can be achieved through various techniques, such as reverse thinking, where we deliberately consider the opposite of conventional approaches. When Uber's founders looked at the transportation industry, they didn't try to build a better taxi company. They questioned the fundamental assumption that transportation companies needed to own vehicles. Another powerful technique is cross-pollination of ideas from different fields. Steve Jobs famously incorporated principles of calligraphy into computer design, creating the first personal computer with beautiful typography. This combination of seemingly unrelated domains often yields breakthrough insights that wouldn't be possible within the constraints of conventional thinking. The process of breaking free from established patterns requires creating safe spaces for experimentation and idea generation. These environments should encourage wild ideas and protect them from premature criticism. Companies like Google and Threem have institutionalized this approach by allowing employees dedicated time for pursuing unconventional projects, leading to innovations like Gmail and Post. It notes, real innovation often emerges from questioning not just what we do, but why we do it. Netflix didn't just create a better video rental service. They questioned why people needed to visit physical stores to rent movies. This deeper level of questioning often reveals opportunities for fundamental transformation rather than incremental improvement. Case studies of breakthrough innovations consistently show that revolutionary thinking isn't just about having new ideas. It's about having the conviction to pursue them, despite skepticism. When Amazon proposed selling books online in the 1990s, many thought it was foolish to challenge established bookstore chains. Jeff Bezos's willingness to think differently about retail commerce created one of the world's most valuable companies. Breaking free from conventional wisdom also requires embracing uncertainty and becoming comfortable with the discomfort of being different. Revolutionary thinkers must often endure being misunderstood or dismissed before their ideas gain acceptance. This was true for pioneers like Marie Curie in radioactivity research and Edwin Land in instant photography. The key to sustained innovative thinking is developing it as a habit rather than treating it as a sporadic exercise. This means regularly challenging our assumptions, seeking out diverse perspectives, and maintaining a curious, questioning mindset. It involves creating systems and practices that continuously push us beyond our cognitive comfort zones and encourage us to explore new possibilities. True revolutionary thinking isn't just about being different for its own sake. It's about seeing possibilities where others see limitations and having the courage to pursue those possibilities despite conventional wisdom suggesting otherwise. The most significant breakthroughs often come not from having more knowledge, but from being willing to look at existing knowledge in new ways. Lesson 1. The Visionary's Mindset. A visionary's mindset is not something people are born with. It's cultivated through dedication, practice, and unwavering belief in the possibility of change. At its core, This mindset represents the ability to see beyond current limitations and imagine a better future, even when others cannot. The journey begins with developing an unshakable conviction in your ideas, a quality that has characterized every great innovator throughout history. Consider Elon Musk's early days with Tesla and SpaceX. When he proposed making electric cars mainstream and landing rockets vertically, industry experts dismissed these ideas as impossible. Yet, his unwavering conviction in these visions, supported by careful planning and persistent effort, transformed both the automotive and aerospace industries. This exemplifies how a visionary's mindset combines bold imagination with the determination to pursue ambitious goals, despite skepticism. Handling criticism and skepticism is an essential skill for anyone seeking to create meaningful change. Critics will always exist, and their doubts can either become roadblocks or stepping stones. The difference lies in how you process their feedback. Successful visionaries develop a filtering system that allows them to distinguish between constructive criticism that can improve their ideas and baseless negativity that should be ignored. They understand that skepticism often comes from others' limited perspective or fear of change, rather than actual impossibilities. Building resilience forms another crucial component of the visionary's mindset. The path to revolutionary change is rarely smooth or predictable. Thomas Edison's journey to creating the practical electric light bulb involved thousands of failed attempts, but each setback strengthened his resolve rather than diminishing it. This resilience isn't about blindly pushing forward. It's about maintaining enthusiasm and determination while learning and adapting from every experience. The visionary's mindset also encompasses the ability to inspire others. When Steve Jobs returned to Apple in 1997, the company was near bankruptcy. His vision wasn't just about creating innovative products. It was about challenging the status quo and thinking differently. This vision resonated with employees, investors, and customers, transforming Apple into one of the world's most valuable companies. The ability to share your vision in a way that motivates others to join your journey is invaluable. Essential to this mindset is the capacity to balance bold dreams with practical execution. Visionaries understand that breakthrough ideas require both imaginative thinking and systematic implementation. They can switch between big-picture thinking and detailed planning, knowing when to dream big and when to focus on immediate, actionable steps. This dual perspective allows them to maintain their ambitious goals while making tangible progress toward them. The visionary's mindset also includes embracing uncertainty. Changemakers understand that innovation involves venturing into unknown territory. Rather than being paralyzed by uncertainty, they view it as an integral part of the journey. They develop comfort with ambiguity and learn to make decisions with incomplete information, adjusting their course as new data becomes available. Cultivating a visionary mindset requires continuous personal growth. It involves regularly challenging your own assumptions, seeking out new perspectives, and remaining open to possibilities that others might dismiss. This growth mindset ensures that your vision evolves and expands rather than becoming rigid or outdated. Developing a visionary mindset is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant nurturing through reading, learning from others' experiences, experimenting with new ideas, and maintaining curiosity about the world. The most successful visionaries are those who combine their bold dreams with humility, remaining teachable while pursuing their ambitious goals. Their unwavering conviction coexists with the flexibility to adapt their approach based on new information and changing circumstances. This mindset, when fully developed, becomes a powerful tool for creating meaningful change in the world. It enables you to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to persist where others might give up, and to inspire others to join you in pursuing ambitious goals that could transform our world for the better. Lesson 2. Crafting your bold vision. A bold vision serves as the cornerstone of revolutionary thinking and transformative change. The most significant innovations and advancements in human history began with someone daring to imagine a different future. Your vision must be ambitious enough to inspire action, yet practical enough to transform into reality. This delicate balance between dreaming big and maintaining feasibility creates the foundation for meaningful change. When crafting your vision, start by allowing yourself to imagine without constraints. Consider the impact you want to make and the problems you aim to solve. Think beyond immediate limitations and current technological boundaries. Steve Jobs envisioned putting a computer in everyone's pocket long before the technology existed to make it possible. Elon Musk dreamed of making space travel accessible when it seemed reserved for government agencies. These visionaries understood that breakthrough innovations begin with ambitious dreams. However, a vision without a concrete plan remains just a dream. Once you've established your ambitious goal, break it down into actionable steps. Create milestone markers that will guide your journey from current reality to desired future state. These milestones should be specific, measurable, and time-bound, providing clear indicators of progress while maintaining flexibility in approach. Consider Tesla's master plan. Starting with a high-end sports car, using those profits to develop more affordable vehicles, and ultimately revolutionizing sustainable transportation. Your roadmap should acknowledge both internal and external factors that could influence your journey. Internal factors might include resource availability, team capabilities, and technological constraints. External factors could encompass market conditions, regulatory environment, and competitive landscape. Understanding these elements helps create a more realistic implementation strategy while identifying areas requiring additional attention or resources. Vision alignment ensures that all stakeholders share a common understanding and commitment to the goal. This includes team members, investors, partners, and even customers. Clear communication of your vision helps build support and maintain momentum during challenging times. When Howard Schultz envisioned Starbucks as more than just a coffee shop, he needed to align thousands of employees with his concept of the third place between home and work. Practical execution requires breaking down your vision into smaller, manageable projects. Each project should contribute directly to your larger goal while providing learning opportunities and quick wins to maintain momentum. This approach allows for iterative improvement and adaptation based on real-world feedback while keeping the ultimate vision in focus. Consider how Amazon started with books before expanding to become Earth's most customer-centric company. A bold vision often requires challenging existing assumptions and comfort zones. It means being prepared to face skepticism and resistance while maintaining unwavering belief in your goal. Jeff Bezos faced years of criticism about Amazon's profitability, but his long-term vision of building customer value ultimately proved successful. Your vision should also include contingency plans and alternative paths to success. While the destination remains constant, the route may need to adjust based on new information or changing circumstances. This flexibility in execution, while maintaining steadfast commitment to the ultimate goal, characterizes successful visionaries. SpaceX's journey to reusable rockets involved numerous failed attempts and strategic adjustments while maintaining the core vision of reducing space travel costs. A well-crafted vision serves as both a compass and a catalyst. It guides decision-making, inspires action, and provides purpose during difficult times. It should be ambitious enough to excite and motivate, yet grounded enough to translate into concrete actions. As you develop your vision, remember that the greatest changes often started with someone daring to imagine a different future and having the courage to pursue it. Lesson 3. Learning from failure. Failure is an inevitable companion on the path to innovation and change. The most successful visionaries throughout history share one common trait. They understood that failure isn't an endpoint, but rather a crucial stepping stone toward success. When Thomas Edison was working on the light bulb, he famously said he hadn't failed thousands of times. He had successfully found thousands of ways that wouldn't work. This perspective transformation is essential for anyone seeking to create meaningful change in the world. The journey of innovation requires a fundamental shift in how we perceive and interact with failure. Rather than viewing it as a devastating setback, revolutionary thinkers approach failure as valuable feedback, a source of data and insights that can inform their next attempt. This mindset shift doesn't happen overnight, but it begins with understanding that every failed attempt contains precious information about what doesn't work and, more importantly, why it doesn't work. Creating an experimentation mindset is crucial for leveraging failure effectively. This approach involves treating each attempt as a controlled experiment, where both success and failure provide equally valuable data points. Companies like Google have institutionalized this approach through their famous 20-time policy, which encourages employees to spend a portion of their work hours experimenting with new ideas. While not all experiments lead to breakthrough products, the culture of experimentation itself breeds innovation and resilience. Feedback loops are essential tools for transforming failure into progress. By establishing clear mechanisms to capture and analyze the results of each attempt, innovators can systematically improve their approach. These loops should include not only technical or practical feedback, but also emotional and interpersonal insights. Understanding how different stakeholders respond to ideas, even when they don't succeed, provides valuable information for future iterations. The story of James Dyson illustrates the power of embracing failure as a learning tool. Before creating his revolutionary bagless vacuum cleaner, Dyson created 5,126 failed prototypes. Each version taught him something new about airflow, cyclonic separation, and materials science. Instead of becoming discouraged, he used each failure to refine his understanding and improve his design. Today, this persistence has resulted in a multi-billion-dollar company that continues to innovate across multiple product categories. Extracting valuable lessons from failure requires a structured approach. Successful innovators often maintain detailed records of their attempts, documenting not just what failed, but the specific conditions, assumptions, and variables involved. This scientific approach to failure analysis helps identify patterns and insights that might otherwise go unnoticed. It also helps prevent the repetition of unsuccessful approaches while highlighting promising directions for future exploration. Building resilience through failure also involves managing emotional responses. It's natural to feel disappointed when things don't work out as planned, but revolutionary thinkers develop the ability to separate their emotional response from their analytical assessment of the situation. This emotional intelligence allows them to maintain objectivity and continue pushing forward, even in the face of repeated setbacks. The implementation of failure-based learning extends beyond individual projects to organizational culture. Companies like Amazon explicitly encourage failure as part of their innovation process, understanding that breakthrough success often requires multiple unsuccessful attempts. Jeff Bezos has repeatedly emphasized that Amazon's success is built on a foundation of countless failures, from the Fire Phone to various experimental projects that never saw the light of day. Creating an environment where failure is accepted and even celebrated as part of the learning process requires intentional effort. This includes developing frameworks for risk assessment that allow for calculated failures while preventing catastrophic ones. It also involves creating safe spaces where team members feel comfortable taking risks and sharing their unsuccessful attempts without fear of judgment or repercussion. The path to revolutionary change is paved with countless learning opportunities disguised as failures. By approaching these moments with curiosity, systematic analysis, and resilience, innovative thinkers transform what others see as roadblocks into stepping stones toward success. Every significant breakthrough in human history came after numerous unsuccessful attempts, and it's this persistent, learning-oriented approach to failure that separates those who dream of changing the world from those who actually do it. Lesson 4. Building strategic alliances. Every revolutionary idea needs a strong support system to transform it from concept to reality. The most successful innovators understand that changing the world isn't a solo endeavor. It requires strategic partnerships and meaningful collaborations. These alliances serve as force multipliers, enabling visionaries to achieve far more than they could alone. The first step in building strategic alliances is identifying potential partners who share your values and complement your strengths. Look beyond the obvious choices and consider partners from different industries or backgrounds who might bring fresh perspectives to your vision. These unexpected collaborations often lead to the most innovative solutions. Consider how Tesla partnered with Panasonic for battery technology, combining automotive innovation with established electronics expertise. Creating win-win collaborations requires a deep understanding of what each party brings to the table. Start by clearly articulating your own value proposition and understanding what you can offer potential partners. Then, invest time in understanding their needs, goals, and challenges. The strongest partnerships emerge when both parties see clear benefits and opportunities for growth. This might mean sharing resources, expanding market reach, or combining complementary technologies. Building and nurturing networks goes beyond formal business partnerships. It involves creating an ecosystem of supporters, mentors, advisors, and collaborators who believe in your vision. Attend industry events, participate in innovation communities, and engage with thought leaders in your field. These connections often lead to unexpected opportunities and valuable insights. Networking isn't about collecting business cards. It's about building genuine relationships based on mutual respect and shared interests. One crucial aspect of strategic alliances is leveraging complementary strengths. No individual or organization excels at everything. Successful partnerships allow each party to focus on their core competencies while benefiting from their partner's expertise. For example, when Apple partnered with Nike to create Nikes, each company brought its unique strengths, Apple's technology expertise and Nike's deep understanding of athletes' needs. Trust and transparency form the foundation of lasting partnerships. Be open about your goals, challenges, and expectations. Regular communication helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures alignment as projects evolve. Create clear frameworks for decision-making, resource allocation, and conflict resolution. Document agreements while maintaining flexibility to adapt as circumstances change. Cultural fit plays a vital role in successful partnerships. Even if the strategic alignment is perfect on paper, partnerships can fail if there's a significant mismatch in values, working styles, or organizational cultures. Take time to understand potential partners' corporate culture, decision-making processes, and approach to innovation. This understanding helps prevent friction and ensures smoother collaboration. Effective partnerships also require proper resource allocation and commitment from both sides. Define clear roles, responsibilities, and contribution expectations. Establish metrics to measure the partnership's success and regularly review progress. Be prepared to invest time and resources in maintaining the relationship, just as you would invest in any other critical aspect of your business. Strategic alliances evolve over time. Regular evaluation helps ensure the partnership continues to serve both parties' interests. Be willing to adjust terms, expand collaboration areas, or even gracefully end partnerships that no longer align with your goals. Successful innovators maintain the ability to be both committed partners and agile decision-makers. Strategic alliances can dramatically accelerate your journey to creating meaningful change. By combining resources, expertise, and networks, partnerships multiply your impact and open new possibilities. The key lies in choosing the right partners, building strong foundations, and nurturing relationships that support your revolutionary vision. Through thoughtful collaboration, you can overcome obstacles, reach new markets, and create solutions that truly change the world. Lesson 5. Ethical Innovation. Innovation has the power to reshape our world, but with this power comes a profound responsibility. The most impactful innovators understand that creating change isn't just about developing groundbreaking solutions. It's about ensuring those solutions contribute positively to society and our planet. Ethical innovation requires a delicate balance between pushing boundaries and maintaining moral integrity. At its core, ethical innovation begins with understanding the full scope of potential consequences. Every breakthrough, no matter how promising, carries both intended and unintended effects that ripple through society. Consider the development of social media platforms. While they revolutionized human connection and communication, They also introduced unprecedented challenges to privacy, mental health, and social discourse. The innovators who shape tomorrow's world must carefully consider these multifaceted impacts before unleashing their creations. The process of ethical innovation demands rigorous questioning and honest self-reflection. Innovators must constantly ask themselves, who benefits from this innovation? Who might be harmed or disadvantaged? Are we creating something that solves real problems? Or are we creating new problems in the pursuit of profit or progress? These questions shouldn't paralyze progress, but rather guide it toward more thoughtful and inclusive solutions. Sustainable solutions form another crucial aspect of ethical innovation. True innovation should not only address immediate needs, but also consider long-term implications for future generations. This involves examining environmental impact, resource consumption, and social consequences. Tesla's approach to electric vehicles exemplifies this principle. While disrupting the automotive industry, they simultaneously addressed environmental concerns and created a sustainable alternative to traditional transportation. Creating ethical frameworks for innovation requires collaboration across diverse perspectives and disciplines. Engineers must work alongside ethicists, sociologists must partner with entrepreneurs, and scientists must engage with community leaders. This interdisciplinary approach helps identify potential blind spots and ensures innovations serve the broader good rather than narrow interests. Transparency plays a vital role in ethical innovation. Innovators must be open about their processes, clear about their intentions, and honest about potential risks. When artificial intelligence companies share their development protocols and ethical guidelines, they build trust and allow for meaningful public discourse about the technology's implementation and limitations. The concept of responsible innovation extends to how we protect and respect human rights and dignity. Privacy concerns, data security, and individual autonomy must be central considerations in any innovative endeavor. The European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, demonstrates how ethical frameworks can guide technological innovation while protecting fundamental human rights. Building ethical considerations into the innovation process from the start, rather than as an afterthought, leads to more robust and sustainable solutions. This proactive approach helps identify potential issues early, allowing for adjustments before significant resources are invested or negative impacts occur. Organizations that embrace ethical innovation often find it leads to stronger products, more loyal customers, and better long-term outcomes. Education and awareness about ethical innovation must extend beyond the innovators themselves to include users, stakeholders, and the broader public. When people understand both the benefits and potential risks of new technologies or solutions, they can make informed decisions about adoption and implementation. The path of ethical innovation may sometimes seem slower or more challenging than taking shortcuts, but it ultimately leads to more meaningful and lasting positive change. By considering ethics as a fundamental component of innovation rather than a constraint, we can create solutions that not only push boundaries, but also uplift humanity and protect our shared future. The true measure of revolutionary thinking isn't just in what we can create, but in how thoughtfully and responsibly we bring those creations into the world. Lesson 6. Adapting without compromising. In the ever-evolving landscape of innovation and change, the ability to adapt while maintaining core values is perhaps one of the most crucial skills for revolutionary thinkers. The world moves at an unprecedented pace, with market conditions, technologies, and consumer preferences shifting constantly. Yet successful innovators understand that adaptation doesn't mean abandoning their fundamental principles or diluting their vision. The art of adaptation begins with a clear understanding of what's truly essential to your mission. Think of it as a tree with deep roots. While the branches may sway with the wind, the roots remain firmly planted. This principle guided companies like Apple through various technological transitions while maintaining their commitment to user-friendly design and innovation. When they shifted from desktop computers to mobile devices, they didn't compromise their core value of creating intuitive, beautiful products that enhance people's lives. Reading market signals effectively requires a delicate balance between being responsive and staying true to your vision. Consider Tesla's approach to the automotive industry. While traditional manufacturers were making incremental improvements to combustion engines, Tesla remained steadfast in their commitment to electric vehicles. They adapted their strategy, starting with luxury vehicles before moving to more affordable models, but never wavered from their core mission of accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. Flexible execution strategies are essential tools in the adaptive innovator's arsenal. This means being willing to adjust your methods while keeping your destination firmly in sight. Netflix exemplifies this principle perfectly. They began as a DVD by mail service but recognized the potential of streaming technology. Rather than clinging to their original business model, they adapted their delivery method while maintaining their core promise of convenient, accessible entertainment. Their willingness to evolve their execution strategy while staying true to their fundamental purpose allowed them to revolutionize how people consume media. The distinction between evolution and revolution is crucial in adaptation. Evolution involves gradual, thoughtful changes that build upon existing foundations, while revolution represents complete paradigm shifts. Both have their place in the journey of innovation. Sometimes, the market requires evolutionary adaptations, small adjustments that optimize your current approach. Other times, revolutionary changes are necessary to leap ahead of competition or address fundamental shifts in the landscape. Maintaining authenticity during adaptation requires constant vigilance. It's easy to get caught up in market trends or competitor actions and lose sight of your original purpose. Amazon's journey provides valuable insights here. Despite expanding from an online bookstore to a global technology and retail giant, they've maintained their core principle of customer obsession. Each new venture, from Oz to Prime, aligns with their fundamental goal of being Earth's most customer-centric company. The process of adaptation should be proactive rather than reactive. This means continuously scanning the horizon for opportunities and challenges while maintaining a clear view of your core values. Successful adapters don't wait for change to force their hand. They anticipate shifts and prepare accordingly. They understand that adaptation isn't about following every trend but about recognizing which changes align with their mission and values. The key to successful adaptation lies in building flexible systems and processes that can evolve without breaking. This includes creating organizational structures that encourage innovation while maintaining stability, developing feedback mechanisms that capture both current needs and future trends, and fostering a culture that embraces change while honoring core principles. Think of it as building a ship that can navigate both calm and stormy seas, while staying on course to its destination. Adaptation is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of strength and wisdom. The most successful innovators are those who can dance with change while remaining true to their purpose. They understand that the goal isn't to resist change or to be swept away by it, but to harness it as a force for achieving their vision. Lesson 7. Cultivating Perpetual Curiosity. The most innovative minds throughout history have shared one fundamental trait, an insatiable curiosity about the world around them. Leonardo da Vinci filled countless notebooks with observations and questions about everything from human anatomy to bird flight. Einstein's groundbreaking theories emerged from his childlike wonder about riding alongside a beam of light. This perpetual curiosity drives revolutionary thinking and becomes the foundation for world-changing innovations. Developing a learning mindset begins with embracing the unknown. Too often, we let our existing knowledge become a barrier to new understanding. We must deliberately maintain the beginner's mind, approaching each situation with openness and wonder, rather than assumptions and preconceptions. This means asking why and what, if even about things we think we already understand. When we encounter new information or perspectives, the goal isn't to immediately judge whether they fit our existing worldview, but to explore them with genuine interest. Challenging personal assumptions requires both courage and humility. We all develop mental models and beliefs about how things work, but these can become rigid over time. True innovators regularly examine their own assumptions and actively seek evidence that might prove them wrong. This process can be uncomfortable, as it often means admitting that our long-held beliefs may be incorrect or incomplete. However, this discomfort is precisely where growth and breakthrough insights emerge. Staying current with trends doesn't mean blindly following every new development. Instead, it involves maintaining awareness of changes in technology, society, and human behavior while thinking critically about their implications. Revolutionary thinkers look beyond surface-level trends to understand the underlying shifts in human needs and capabilities. They recognize patterns and connections that others miss because they're constantly gathering and processing information from diverse sources. The tools for continuous learning have evolved dramatically in the digital age. Online courses, podcasts, virtual reality experiences, and collaborative platforms provide unprecedented access to knowledge and expertise. However, the most powerful learning tool remains genuine engagement with the world around us. This means conducting experiments, having meaningful conversations, making observations, and most importantly, reflecting on these experiences to extract deeper insights. Cross-pollination of ideas from different fields often leads to the most innovative solutions. By maintaining curiosity across multiple domains, we can recognize patterns and possibilities that specialists in single fields might miss. For example, studying biology might inspire new approaches to organizational design, or insights from psychology could lead to breakthroughs in artificial intelligence. This interdisciplinary curiosity creates a rich mental ecosystem where innovative ideas can flourish. Practical application of knowledge is crucial for maintaining curiosity. When we actively use what we learn to solve real problems or create new possibilities, it reinforces our natural desire to learn more. This creates a positive feedback loop where curiosity leads to learning, learning leads to application, and successful application fuels further curiosity. This cycle becomes self-sustaining, driving continuous innovation and growth. The environment we create around ourselves significantly impacts our curiosity levels. Surrounding ourselves with other curious people, engaging in stimulating discussions, and creating space for exploration and experimentation all help maintain our natural inclination to learn and discover. This might mean joining innovation communities, attending diverse events, or simply making time for regular exploration of new ideas and experiences. Curiosity also requires patience and persistence. Not every question will have an immediate answer, and not every exploration will lead to a breakthrough. The key is maintaining enthusiasm through the inevitable periods of confusion or frustration. Revolutionary thinkers understand that these challenging periods often precede the most significant insights. The cultivation of perpetual curiosity isn't just about individual growth. It's about creating the conditions for transformative innovation. When we maintain our sense of wonder and commitment to learning, we position ourselves to see possibilities others miss and imagine solutions others haven't considered. This mindset becomes the engine that drives meaningful change in the world. Lesson 8. Building for the long term. Creating lasting change requires more than just innovative ideas. It demands a thoughtful approach to building sustainable solutions that can stand the test of time. Revolutionary thinkers understand that true impact comes from developing systems and innovations that can grow, adapt, and continue delivering value well into the future. Sustainable solutions begin with a deep understanding of the problem space and its underlying dynamics. Rather than focusing solely on immediate fixes, successful innovators consider the broader ecosystem in which their solutions will operate. This means examining not just the primary effects of an innovation, but also its secondary and tertiary impacts on various stakeholders, systems, and environments. By taking this comprehensive view, creators can design solutions that address root causes rather than merely treating symptoms. Scalability stands as a crucial element in building long-term success. A truly transformative solution should be able to grow and expand its reach without losing its effectiveness or becoming unwieldy. This requires careful consideration of infrastructure, resources, and operational processes from the outset. Smart innovators design their solutions with modularity and flexibility in mind, allowing for easy expansion and adaptation as circumstances change and opportunities arise. Future-proofing innovations involves anticipating potential challenges and changes in the operating environment. This means staying ahead of technological trends, demographic shifts, and evolving user needs. Successful long-term solutions incorporate redundancies and fail-safes, ensuring they can continue functioning even when faced with unexpected obstacles. They also maintain enough flexibility to adapt to new circumstances without requiring complete overhauls. Managing growth presents its own set of challenges that must be addressed in the planning stages. As solutions scale, they often face new complexities in terms of resource allocation, organizational structure, and operational efficiency. Building for the long term requires creating robust systems that can handle increased demand while maintaining quality and effectiveness. This might involve developing automated processes, establishing clear protocols, and creating scalable management structures. The foundation of long-term success lies in creating value that endures. This means moving beyond quick fixes and temporary solutions to develop innovations that address fundamental needs and create lasting positive change. Long-term thinking involves considering not just what works today, but what will continue working tomorrow and years into the future. This might mean sacrificing short-term gains for long-term stability and impact. Resource sustainability plays a vital role in building lasting solutions. This encompasses not just financial resources, but also human capital, natural resources, and technological infrastructure. Successful innovators design their solutions to use resources efficiently and create self-sustaining cycles where possible. They also consider how their solutions can continue operating and providing value, even with limited or fluctuating resource availability. Building strong organizational cultures and systems supports long-term success. This includes developing clear processes for decision-making, establishing effective feedback mechanisms, and creating systems for knowledge transfer and preservation. These organizational elements ensure that innovations can survive and thrive beyond their initial creators and continue delivering value through multiple generations of leadership and implementation. Technology integration must be approached strategically when building for the long term. While leveraging cutting-edge technologies can provide competitive advantages, over-reliance on specific technological solutions can create vulnerabilities. Successful long-term solutions strike a balance between utilizing technology effectively and maintaining resilience through technological changes and disruptions. Measuring and monitoring long-term impact requires different metrics and approaches than traditional short-term evaluations. This includes developing indicators that capture both immediate outcomes and longer-term effects, establishing systems for continuous monitoring and adjustment, and creating feedback loops that inform ongoing development and improvement. By maintaining a clear focus on long-term impact, innovators can ensure their solutions continue to create meaningful change well into the future. Lesson 9. Communicating your vision. A revolutionary idea, no matter how brilliant, remains merely a concept until it's effectively communicated to others. The ability to share your vision in a way that resonates with and inspires others is what transforms individual thoughts into collective movements. The most successful innovators and changemakers throughout history have been masterful storytellers who could paint vivid pictures of possible futures and motivate others to help bring those visions to life. At its core, communicating your vision is about creating an emotional connection. People don't just buy into ideas. They buy into the feelings and possibilities those ideas represent. When sharing your vision, focus on the human element. How will your idea improve lives, solve problems, or create new opportunities? Use concrete examples and relatable scenarios that help others see themselves in the future you're describing. Storytelling serves as a powerful tool in vision communication. The human brain is wired to respond to narratives, making stories an effective vehicle for conveying complex ideas in memorable ways. Structure your vision around a compelling narrative arc that includes the current challenge, the journey of transformation, and the positive outcome you're working toward. Share personal experiences and authentic struggles that led you to your vision, as vulnerability helps build trust and credibility with your audience. Visual communication plays an equally important role. Use metaphors, analogies, and vivid imagery to help others grasp abstract concepts. When possible, create prototypes, demos, or visual representations that make your vision tangible. Different people process information differently. Some are verbal learners, others are visual, and some need hands-on experience. Adapt your communication style to accommodate various learning preferences. Building buy-in requires more than just presenting your vision. It demands active engagement with your audience. Create opportunities for dialogue and encourage questions and feedback. Listen carefully to concerns and objections, addressing them thoughtfully rather than defensively. This two-way communication helps refine your vision while making others feel invested in its success. The art of persuasion comes into play when seeking support for your vision. Focus on establishing common ground before introducing new ideas. Frame your vision in terms of shared values and goals, showing how it aligns with what others already believe or want to achieve. Use data and evidence strategically to support your points, but remember that emotions often drive decision-making more than logic alone. When presenting your vision in formal settings, preparation is crucial. Know your audience's background, interests, and potential concerns. Structure your presentation to answer key questions. Why is change needed? What specific solution are you proposing? How will it work? What's required to make it happen? What's the potential impact? Practice your delivery until it feels natural and confident, but maintain authenticity rather than appearing overly rehearsed. Timing and context matter significantly in vision communication. Be sensitive to when and how you present your ideas. Sometimes you'll need to plant seeds gradually rather than pushing for immediate buy. Build momentum by starting with small groups of early supporters who can help refine and champion your vision before presenting it to broader audiences. Effective vision communication is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Your message needs to evolve as your vision develops and as you receive feedback from others. Stay consistent with your core message while adapting how you present it to different audiences and situations. Keep your communication fresh by regularly incorporating new insights, examples, and success stories that demonstrate progress toward your vision. The ultimate goal of communicating your vision is to transform it from your personal dream into a shared mission that others feel compelled to support and help realize. When done effectively, your vision becomes a catalyst for collective action, inspiring others to contribute their talents, resources, and energy toward making it a reality. Lesson 10. Taking calculated risks. Risk. Taking lies at the heart of revolutionary thinking and transformative change. However, successful innovators understand that there's a crucial difference between reckless gambling and calculated risk. Taking. The key to making meaningful progress while protecting your resources and reputation lies in developing a systematic approach to evaluating and managing risks. At its core, calculated risk, taking begins with thorough research and analysis. Before diving into any venture, successful innovators gather extensive data about their market, potential obstacles, and competing solutions. They examine historical precedents, study similar attempts, and identify key factors that contributed to success or failure in comparable situations. This foundation of knowledge helps them make informed decisions rather than relying solely on intuition or optimism. A critical aspect of calculated risk-taking is developing a framework for opportunity assessment. This involves evaluating potential rewards against possible downsides, considering both immediate and long-term consequences. Successful innovators often break down complex decisions into smaller components, analyzing each element separately before considering their combined impact. They also consider multiple scenarios, including best case, worst case, and most likely outcomes, allowing them to prepare contingency plans for various situations. Risk assessment frameworks should include both quantitative and qualitative factors. While numbers and data provide crucial insights, they don't tell the complete story. Successful risk takers also consider intangible factors such as market sentiment, timing, team capabilities, and potential ripple effects on other projects or relationships. They understand that context matters and that what might be an acceptable risk in one situation could be dangerous in another. Decision-making strategies play a vital role in calculated risk-taking. Rather than making decisions in isolation, successful innovators often seek diverse perspectives and expert opinions. They create decision-making frameworks that help them remain objective and avoid emotional biases. These frameworks might include setting clear criteria for evaluation, establishing decision thresholds, and defining non-negotiable parameters that would automatically disqualify certain options. Managing uncertainty requires both emotional and practical preparation. Successful risk-takers develop comfort with ambiguity while simultaneously working to reduce it where possible. They break larger risks into smaller, more manageable components and test assumptions through pilot projects or minimal viable products. This approach allows them to gather real-world data and adjust their strategies before committing substantial resources. Another crucial aspect of calculated risk-taking is timing. Revolutionary thinkers understand that when to take a risk can be as important as what risk to take. They carefully consider market conditions, available resources, team readiness, and competitive landscape before making major moves. They also recognize that sometimes the biggest risk is not taking any risk at all, particularly in rapidly evolving industries or markets. Resource allocation plays a significant role in calculated risk-taking. Successful innovators rarely put all their resources into a single high-risk venture. Instead, they maintain a portfolio approach, balancing riskier projects with more stable initiatives. They also establish clear limits on resource commitment and identify specific trigger points for scaling up investment or cutting losses. The most effective risk-takers also maintain strong feedback loops and monitoring systems. They establish clear metrics and milestones to track progress and regularly reassess their position. This ongoing evaluation allows them to identify potential issues early and make necessary adjustments before small problems become major setbacks. They remain flexible and willing to pivot when data suggests their initial assumptions were incorrect. Building a supportive environment for calculated risk-taking is essential. This includes developing a team culture that values thoughtful experimentation and learns from both successes and failures. It also involves creating systems and processes that help identify, evaluate, and manage risks effectively. The goal is to encourage bold thinking while maintaining appropriate safeguards and controls. Calculated risk-taking is about finding the sweet spot between caution and courage. It's about being bold enough to pursue revolutionary ideas while being wise enough to do so in a structured, thoughtful way. By developing strong risk assessment frameworks, making informed decisions, and maintaining flexibility in execution, innovators can increase their chances of success while protecting themselves from catastrophic failure. Final lessons: measuring real-world impact. The journey of thinking differently and pursuing revolutionary change ultimately leads to a crucial question. How do we know if we're truly making a difference? While the desire to change the world burns bright in visionary minds, quantifying and measuring that impact requires careful consideration and systematic approaches. True impact measurement begins with clearly defined metrics that align with your vision and goals. These metrics should go beyond traditional business measures like revenue and profit, extending into areas that reflect genuine societal, environmental, or technological advancement. For instance, if your mission involves improving education accessibility, your metrics might track not just the number of students reached, but also long-term outcomes like graduation rates, career advancement, and community development. Creating meaningful metrics requires deep understanding of your target audience and the problem you're solving. Start by establishing baseline measurements before implementing your solution. This provides a clear reference point for measuring progress and helps identify areas requiring adjustment. Consider both quantitative and qualitative measures. Numbers tell part of the story, but real, world impact often manifests in ways that can't be reduced to statistics alone. Tracking progress effectively requires implementing robust systems for data collection and analysis. This might involve surveys, user feedback, performance metrics, or environmental measurements, depending on your field of impact. The key is consistency in data collection and regular analysis to identify trends and patterns. Modern technology offers numerous tools for gathering and processing this information, from simple spreadsheets to sophisticated analytics platforms. However, measuring impact isn't just about collecting data. It's about understanding the story behind the numbers. Look for unexpected ripple effects and secondary benefits of your innovation. Sometimes the most significant impacts occur in areas you hadn't initially considered. For example, a program designed to reduce plastic waste might also create new jobs in recycling industries or inspire community-led environmental initiatives. Creating lasting change requires patience and persistence. True impact often takes time to manifest, and initial results might not reflect the full potential of your innovation. Establish both short-term and long-term measurement frameworks. Short-term metrics help maintain momentum and make necessary adjustments, while long-term measurements track sustainable, systemic change. Consider implementing feedback loops that allow for continuous improvement. Regular assessment of your impact metrics can reveal areas needing adjustment or optimization. This might mean pivoting strategies, refining approaches, or even redefining what success looks like based on real-world results and changing circumstances. Don't underestimate the power of human stories alongside numerical data. Personal testimonials, case studies, and real-world examples provide context and emotional resonance to your impact measurements. These stories help others understand the tangible differences your innovation is making in people's lives and can inspire further support and adoption of your ideas. Transparency in impact measurement builds credibility and trust. Share both successes and challenges openly with stakeholders and beneficiaries, supporters, and beneficiaries. This honesty not only validates your efforts, but also contributes to the broader knowledge base for other innovators working towards similar goals. Impact measurement itself should evolve as your innovation grows and circumstances change. Regularly review and update your measurement frameworks to ensure they remain relevant and meaningful. What worked in the early stages might need adjustment as you scale or expand into new areas. The ultimate goal of measuring real-world impact is not just to validate your efforts, but to ensure your innovation truly serves its intended purpose. By maintaining rigorous measurement practices, you can demonstrate the value of thinking differently and inspire others to pursue their own world-changing ideas. When done thoughtfully, impact measurement becomes not just a tool for assessment, but a catalyst for even greater innovation and positive change.